Hello, everyone. I am Randy Suarez, aka Silva, back here. Another amazing reaction. This time we're back with some more Nostalgia Critic and his review on Charlie and the Chocolate Factory, 2005. To be honest, I'm surprised he actually got to this one. Here's the thing: compared to this one and the 1970s one with Gene Wilder, here's the thing: I didn't grow up with either of them, but I watched them both, and I cannot say which one's better. Like, they're both different, to be honest. Because one's Tim Burton, clearly, and Johnny Depp, and the other one's literally before I was even born. So, anyway, but this was requested by fellow subscribers, so shout outs to you, and we're here to react to it. So, you like any of this content, please like, comment, and subscribe to my channel. Like, comment, and subscribe to channel awesome. I will leave the original link to this video down below, so watch it uninterrupted. Until next time. Well, not until next time. Blah, blah. Also leave the link to my Twitter, Instagram, TikTok. Follow me on those social platforms. Also link to the Discord. Come and join us to the Crow's Nest. Talk to my stuff. Have a jolly good time. Also link to the Cashapp. Feel gracious now to donate. Whatever you want to donate is fine. Don't this on as well. Something, but by donating, liking, comments, or sharing all the good stuff, every show your support lets me know you rock with the reaction content, rock with the channel, and rock with your boy for the man. Let's get started. Alright, we're here with some more Nostalgia Critic. Charlie and the Chocolate Factory 2005. Let go.
Hello, I'm the Nostalgia Critic guy. Remember it so you don't have to. I reviewed the Bakshi and Jackson Lord of the Rings after doing it old versus new. Batman Dark Knight after doing it old versus new. So I don't know, let's do another Warner Brothers flick. Not gonna lie, I feel like I got my thoughts out when I did that video, but on its 20th anniversary. Yeah, remember when this actually was new? People have been asking me to give a full review of the Tim Burton remake. Who am I to argue with the will of the people? I mean, Wonka videos do surprisingly well on this channel.
Well, yeah. I mean, it brings out a lot of, ironically, nostalgia.
At the same time, it might be interesting to give this another look. I do remember some updates to this story really working well, but I also remember everything else.
Yeah.
But who knows? Maybe my opinion will change. It's not like we're short, powerful, crazy rich people in the public eye, so maybe I'll have a different point of view on this Willy Wonka after all these years.
Are you hep to the job? Can you dig what I'm laying down? I knew that you could. Slide me some skin. So, brother?
Yeah, maybe I'm a Chinese jet pilot. Regardless, people want me to get the full review treatment, so that's what I'm gonna do today. So consider this review revisit-ish. Yeah, I've only done two, and already there's a spin-off. But hey, I guess that matches this franchise.
I don't know, give me a second. Yo. Still recording. Alright. Alright, let me finish this reaction and about like okay, so probably give me like 30 minutes and then I'll be on my way. Yeah, I'll be done. Wait. Okay. Yeah. Alright, let's go.
Let's take a look at Charlie and the Chocolate Factory. First off, I should say, while I talked about the Elfman songs before, I actually do dig the intro music. I think I was closed off to it at first because it just sounded like Elfman imitating Elfman, which I was hearing a lot at the time. But returning back, it is kind of fun. I especially like this moment where it sounds like Alvin the Chipmunk's getting jerked off. That was a good scene to delete from the squirrel room.
Yeah.
Our narrator introduces us to Charlie Bucket, played by Freddie Highmore.
He was not faster or stronger or more clever than other children.
He was kind of dumb, like thinking Cheerios were donut seeds, that sort of thing.
Oh, wow.
So I will say most of the scenes before they go into the chocolate factory I actually do kind of get into. It's not just the look of it, though. Everything is wonderfully exaggerated. I mean, it looks like God literally farted on the Bucket's house.
Yeah.
But the story really is told in its own way that sucks me in rather than have me constantly compare it to the original. Every actor plays the role different, but it doesn't feel like it's done just to be different. They form personalities I'd like to watch, even if I didn't see the original.
It's my candy bar, and I'll do what I want with it.
Well, most of them.
Yeah.
Alright, make no mistake, Highmore has become a very accomplished actor. Bates Motel's absolutely stellar and Good Doctor,
I am a surgeon!
Isn't his fault. But he can't bring much to this bland written version of Charlie. Thankfully, though, he doesn't have to worry much about that.
That was the weird thing. I probably would say that Charlie was pretty bland. I mean, I get it. If a kid is in this type of predicament is not going to be extremely happy. I understand that, but at the same time.
David Kelly tells many stories about the history of Wonka, played by Johnny Depp. Yeah, ironically, the movie called Willy Wonka is more about Charlie, and the movie called Charlie is more about Willy Wonka.
Yeah.
We're out of chocolate birds.
We'll need to make some more. Now open.
This will be the first of many times I say please don't do that again.
Tell him about the Indian prince. He'd like to hear about that.
So it gets a little unfocused here. I know, right? In a Burt movie, you're kidding.
Mm-hmm.
But I kind of like telling these stories not knowing if they're true or if they're building up the mythos of Wonka. As long as I don't show Wonka yet, keeping some mystery behind it, I think these scenes are kind of fun.
Yeah.
They began sending in spies to steal his secret recipes.
He talks about how spies stole his recipe, so he had to close down the factory.
One day, the factory was back in business.
Did you get your job back?
No.
That sucks.
It's announced that Willy Wonka has
Yeah.
put 5 golden tickets in 5 Wonka bars, and the kids that find them will be given a tour of his factory, as well as something else.
In addition, one of these children shall receive a special prize beyond anything you could ever imagine.
Seeing how this Wonka is clearly inspired by Michael Jackson, I don't like the vibe that's giving off.
Oh my god. I never. Well, yeah, I kind of have thought about that, but I never said it out loud. But yeah, it is definitely, yeah.
It was found by Augustus in Germany, who in the original is fat but also rude. However, here, fat is enough to hate him.
How did you celebrate?
I eat more candy.
What a repulsive boy.
Why can't he weigh a pound like me? The next ticket is found by Veruca, or rather her rich father's workers find it for her.
As soon as my little Veruca told me she had to have one of these golden tickets, I started buying up all the Wonka bars I could lay my hands on.
Why do I want to play the end credits of Pearl over that?
Oh god, that's
I didn't
terrifying.
think that was really fair. She didn't find the ticket herself.
Today more fair than you getting this part with that performance.
Ooh.
The third ticket is found by Violet, who I like has more of an overachiever personality as opposed to just gum chewing.
Yeah.
I always thought that was a weird reason for Dev. Now, to be fair, as actress is used to a fair amount of randomness in that category.
I'm the junior world champion dunker.
Of course, I did have my share of trophies, mostly baton.
I also have to give credit that, like the original, the parents are played just as well as the kids.
Mm-hmm.
Bringing a lot of personality that immediately tells the story of how their offspring got the way they did. Like the next winner, Mike TV, whose father clearly doesn't moderate what he watches or plays. In fact, his eyes are glued to screen so much, he actually figured out a pattern for how to find the next ticket.
Track the manufacturing dates, offset by weather, and the derivative of the Nikkei index. A retard could figure it out.
Well,
The point that he said that and a kid said that, and nobody's like, hey, control your kid.
that'll be a fun clip for an employer to find when he's looking for a job.
You are grateful little butt.
Yeah, now plug his ears. The tar talk was totally fine, though.
Mm-hmm.
Grandpa Joe gives Charlie some money to get a Wonka bar, but there's sadly no ticket inside, much to the tremendous heartbreak of Charlie. React!
And that's the thing is, this version of Charlie did not react. Oh,
Doesn't get better when he hears the final ticket was found.
Did you see that some kid in Russia found the last golden ticket?
Yes, it was in the paper this morning.
Well, they're clearly gay, so it must be true. Yeah, some of these choices are very random.
Mm-hmm.
Charlie finds some money and buys a Wonka bar, just as he discovers not only that the other ticket was fake, but the one in his hand is very real.
You found Wonka's last golden ticket.
I definitely like dragging the fake out in the original more, as you feel real heartbreak, though. Granted, Charlie would actually have to feel something in order for that to work.
And he does not feel
What did he even have here? Like, was that font quiet enough so nobody would notice? He shows the ticket to Grandpa Joe.
In a weird way, knowing the fact that the 70s one showed emotion, the other one showed, which is the Tom and Jerry one, showed too much emotion, and this one shows no emotion at all. Yeah, I kind of
jump out of bed. And honestly, this is all so much faster than the original. It is kind of funny.
Here. Read this aloud. The lucky finder of this golden ticket from Mr. Willy Wonka.
I usually hate rushed remakes, but there's such an odd energy around all this that it does weirdly suck me into it a bit. I mean, is nobody going to react to Grandpa Joe standing after all these years? I'm just waiting for him to say,
Monsieur,
I can walk again!
We need the chocolate.
Charlie says he wants to sell the ticket, though, as they're offering hundreds at the store. A noble.
I mean, yeah, it's one of those things you have to understand Charlie's perspective in this one. He wanted to basically, hey, we need to get out of this hole. I mean, we need to leave, but it...
And I like the most cynical of the relatives is the one that says this is more important than money.
There's plenty of money out there, but this ticket, there's only 5 of them in the whole world. And that's all there's ever going to be.
Granted, we were saving up for Ritalin to control those emotional outbursts you have. Please, Charlie, lower your voice! Next day, they make it to Wonka's factory, where we're sacrificed to this earworm.
Yeah, sacrifice.
If any of those were slabby, I would find Goosebumps scary.
Yes.
Well, that does represent what Gene Wilder said this movie did to the original.
Ooh.
Wonka appears and...
Good morning, Starshine. The Earth says hello.
Call it 3639 is when the movie got bad.
3639.
To Depp's credit, I can't entirely blame him. This isn't the Wonka from the previous film or the book. It's something else.
It's a different version of
Wonka. I always thought a verruca was a type of wart you got on the bottom of your foot.
Boy, is it something else. So it's pretty clear they're depicting a kid who never grew up and has the same social awkwardness of a kid who never grew up. And at first, I didn't understand why, but the more I think about it, what would the life of an imaginative yet undeveloped man-child be like? Yeah, we mentioned that one. A little tip on the nose. You know what I'm saying.
Michael Jackson, Tim Burton, Critic. Okay.
There could be something here, and maybe if this Wonka was charming, funny, or even interesting, I could get into that, but...
You're really weird.
I hate this man. You immediately know what this guy is all about. Even when they give the backstory about how his father, played by Christopher Lee, was a strict dentist, you don't need any more. You can put all the pieces together.
Yeah.
That's usually a good thing to understand a character quickly, but they're acting like there's a lot to unpack with him, and it's honestly like watching that one fan at a convention who thinks because he dressed like a funny character, he's as witty as that funny character.
The best kind of prize is a surprise.
Can you please tell Billy he's not Blitzo?
Don't you want to know our names?
Can't imagine how it would matter.
If you give him the factory to one of them, I would think that would be a factor. Yeah, this is what I mean. If he was trying to figure out which of these kids should win in a very obvious comedic way, that would be funny and match his childlike persona. But he literally says he doesn't care.
Mr. Wonka, I'm Violet Beauregard.
I don't care.
Well, if you don't, why should I?
For real.
The humor is closer to
It's
something
like like I said, it is a different version from a Willy Wonka from the actual book and Gene Wilder.
Carrie's Grinch. It doesn't really matter if he makes sense or captures the spirit of the story, just as long as he's so big or weird that you can't help but laugh at how uncomfortable you are.
You're my TV. You're the little devil who cracked the system.
You are not leaving this place with your balls still attached.
For real. For real.
Fall. The most beautiful time of the year.
Sorry about that. I had to skip this because, okay.
.com for 50% off your first box, plus free breakfast for 1 year. Get delicious ready-to-eat meals delivered with Factor. Offer only valid when new Factor customers with code and qualifying auto-renewing subscription purchase. Well, I'm off to use my snowblower because, you know, fall! Piece of shit. Wonka takes him to the chocolate room of wonder and more awkward acting.
Try some of my grass.
You clearly already did.
Everything in this room is eatable. Even I'm eatable.
I'll pass. Introduced to the Oompa Loompas, played by Deep Roy, who I've mentioned before. I like a lot in this role, but I'm sorry. If you asked me which one's an Oompa Loompa, it's always going to be the carrot balloons over here. Oh, also, for some reason, Wonka says what a lot.
Sure is toasty in here.
What?
It's beautiful.
What?
There's no such place.
What? Does your bob hair clog up your hearing? What's a joke? I'll admit I never needed to see Oompa Land, but we're gonna do a remake, we might as well. However, come on, it's gotta be weirder than this. This just looks like Ewoks in Apocalypse Now, which just speaking that into existence sounds a lot more interesting.
Yes, it
the
does.
unknown from the Wonka experience could live.
They are such wonderful workers.
Grandpa Joe seems pretty indifferent to his job being replaced by the snail guy from Neverending Story. His factory is scrumdiddlyumptious, but 401k is dumb diddly broke. Augustus eats from the chocolate river and falls in, resulting in the Oompa Loompas singing.
Augustus Gloop, the great big gritty nincompoop.
Every song in the movie is taken from a different decade of music, which is a pretty clever way to do
It
its
is.
own thing without being compared too much to the original.
Slowly wheels go round and round, and cogs begin to grind and pound.
Stop that.
For real?
Why would Augustus's name already be in the Oompa Loompa song? Unless they were...
Improvisation is a parlor trick. Anyone can do it. Chewing gum is really gross. Chewing gum I hate the most.
Like, look at inquisitive Charlie Bucket. All of his questions can kindly suck it.
I think that's funny. I gotta admit, that's kind of funny.
They give a much friendlier version of the tunnel scene, now with less chicken decapitation.
For
Though I
real.
would be okay with Nibbles the Mouse still quoting that poem.
I remember that. I'm like, bro, y'all green like this? I'm awesome.
But fear not, there's still some disturbing imagery.
Oh yeah, I forgot about that.
whipped cream.
Precisely. How?
PETA called it torture, but the pun was worth it. He takes him to the inventing room where he shows him the everlasting gobstopper, which to the film's credit does actually look like a gobstopper.
You can suck on it all year, and it'll never get any smaller.
That's too low even for me to pay.
Yeah, low hanging
Milo
fruit.
steals a piece of chewing gum, but wouldn't you know it, it turns her into a Macy's Day Parade Smurfette float. It's one of the few times the CG effects are better than practical effects, as it really looks like she's filling up with blueberry juice as opposed to just a blue light being shined on her face and being put in an inflatable sumo suit. Also, it's just as nightmarish as the original.
I've tried it on like 20 Oompa Loompas, and each one ended up as a blueberry.
But don't worry, 5 made it out okay, and I made use of what was left of the others. They roll her to the juicing room.
What are they going to do to her there?
They're gonna squeeze her.
So when does Dan Schneider come out as a Ghost Rider?
Ah!
And they make their way to...
Oh, that's a good one. Oh, that's okay. Yeah.
Next room where I get the only scene from Wonka that makes me laugh.
I myself am in the nut business. Are you using the Habermex for
That was pretty great. Squirrels are used to crack open the nuts. Burton said he did this because he was afraid of squirrels, but I think it was done to make this dumb joke.
Don't touch that squirrel's nuts!
Because if you're gonna steal from the best. The squirrels fight back and toss Ruka down the garbage chute.
I've just been informed that the incinerator's broken, so there should be about 3 weeks of rotten garbage to break their fall.
Then when it stinks so bad it's unbearable, we release it and make millions. Use the Wonka to see the rest of the factory, and these rooms raise so many questions, it is kind of hilarious.
This is the Puppet Hospital and Burn Center. I'd rather not talk about this one.
And they end up in the testing room.
Why can't I send a real bar of chocolate through the television all ready to be eaten?
And yes, this is one of the few things that is a lot better in the remake. Sending a candy bar through TV is a lot cooler than this exercise in money burning.
Yeah.
That said, I hope you like that one time in the original he told Mike TV to speak clearly.
How do you make them?
I'm a trifle deaf in this ear. Speak a little louder next time.
Because it is the only joke he uses on him the whole film.
You really shouldn't mumble. Because I can't understand a word you're saying. Once again, you really shouldn't mumble, because it's kind of starting to bum me out.
Mumbler!
Seriously. I cannot understand a single word you're saying.
Even Family Guy would be like, you know, you might want to mix it up there. Naturally, Mike TV wants to travel via television and ends up getting shrunken down inside.
Let's go put him in the taffy puller.
Taffy puller?
Hey, that was my idea.
Your wordplay is Bugs Bunny if he was drunk and depressed.
I mean,
Charlie's
yeah.
the only one left, and he's told that he wins the factory. The other kids make it out alive, which, yes, is in the original book, but it is funny that dark and grim Tim Burton has the more child-friendly ending. However, when Charlie asks if he can bring his family with, Wonka says no.
The chocolatier has to run free and solo. He has to follow his dreams. Gosh darn the consequences.
Like when everyone on set declared I was killing an icon and confusing the masses, but I just told them pudding packets. I don't know. I don't need to make sense. I just gotta be weird.
Then I'm not going.
Charlie refuses his offer and Wonka goes home depressed, causing the quality of the chocolate to go down as well.
Pity about that chocolate fella. It says here in the papers his new candies aren't selling very well.
He also has a funny haircut.
I do not.
That was him? Charlie says family is more important, and Wonka would know that if he reconciled with his father, who literally moved his entire office to the middle of nowhere. All right, that's pretty funny.
It is. When he said that, oh, when you come back, I won't be here. He literally left probably like 45 minutes to an hour, came back. The whole section of the freaking townhome was gone. Like, bro. First of all, whoever did the movers and did all this worked fast. Second, how is that even possible?
You have an appointment?
Okay, he must be really good. You need an appointment to see a dentist out here?
I haven't seen bicuspids like these since...
It looks like his father has been watching him for years, despite not recognizing him when he walked in. And they make amends pretty damn fast.
All these years, and you haven't flossed.
Not once.
For a guy who moved his business to a Looney Tunes short, I kind of assumed that would take more convincing. This warms Wonka's heart, and he finally decides to let Charlie move his household into the factory. Literally.
You smell like peanuts.
What the hell does she say?
I love peanuts.
Oh. What surprised you at this point if she said the other thing?
Yeah, what
One thing was absolutely certain. Life had never been sweeter.
No, but the story certainly has. Yeah, sorry, this still hasn't won me over, and I think I get irritated with it because I see how it could have won me over. When I first heard this was happening, I wasn't open to it at all. I love the original, I think it's an absolutely perfect kids movie, but I will admit, when I started giving this one a chance, I did start seeing the possibilities of it. There's a lot of good updates without necessarily feeling dated or forced. The world is different, but still has a unique, entertaining atmosphere. It just falls apart with Wonka himself. Yeah, Charlie's pretty bland too, but I could work past that if Wonka was done right. He's not likable, he's not funny, he's not clever, and even what motivates him is pretty inconsistent on several levels. Had they figured this character out, maybe the film would have stood a chance, more than I was originally giving it. But it just leads to awkward moment after awkward moment and derails the whole entire thing. I know for those who grew up with it, there's always going to be a fondness for it, but if this is the Wonka I had to be stuck with, I'd say pass me a Slugworth Sizzler, which is also the name of this porno parody. I'm a nostalgia critic guy, remember? So you don't have to.
Even I'm eatable.
Okay. Well, here's the thing. I don't mind Charlie and the Chocolate Factory. I really don't mind this adaptation. I didn't mind the 1970s one with Gene Wilder. I hadn't read the book, so. But the thing is, I didn't grow up watching both of these. I actually just watched them sporadically in randomness. But I always enjoy them both. But it's one of those things, when it comes down to it, it's to each his own. And, yes, Johnny Depp made Wonka in this version different than the book and Gene Wilder version. So, yeah. But anyway, I hope y'all enjoyed this as much as I did. And if you like any of this content, please like, comment, subscribe to my channel. Like, comment, and subscribe to the channel. Awesome. I will leave the original link to the video down below so watch it uninterrupted. Until next time, please take care of yourself. Stay safe, stay warm. Peace out.
Little questions is everything they know about you. No.